Hello my friends and welcome back to episode 15 of my leveling guide of Fractured Online. In the last episode we revisited the goblins and we got the awesome Empower ability that increases our damage tremendously. In this episode we uncover the question marks at the top of the ogres. One of them is a large one, which means there are a total of 4000 knowledge points. Of course we won't fight the ogres, as they deal way too much damage. You now have two options. Either you look for one or two people and fight them. I, on the other hand, will unlock the hotspots on my own. You can just run through the camp and pass the ogres for that. But before you do that, you will need a new preset of talents. Create a new preset and adjust it so that you can take as much damage as possible. First of all, you increase your movement speed. This gives you 8% more movement speed. If an ogre knocks you off your horse, you can run away faster and don't risk being surrounded by ogres and then knocked dead. Next, you put points into more HP. This means that you have 300 more health points and on top of that another 16% more health points. And since there are still more points left, you simply put them into armor, which gives you a little more endurance. Save the preset and memorize it, and you can immediately see that you now have about 40% more HP. Now mount your horse and ride to the north to the ogre camp. You will discover the southern camp first. Then ride along the river to the camp in the far east. After that you ride back and discover the other two camps to the west. After all that you discover the remaining 3 camps from west to east to the north. Come on, let's go. When you stand to the left of the camp, simply follow the trail and walk straight into the camp. The camp has been discovered. Don't run into the spiders, otherwise they'll web you and you won't be able to escape. Then run east out of the camp. I've ridden this route several times now and usually I'm not taking off my horse once. That means we could actually have worked with the other preset, but I just don't want to take any risks. If I do get unhorsed, I don't want to die, so we use this special preset. We have already arrived at the river, we now quickly discover the next camp. It's already happened there, you don't even have to walk in. And now just follow the river back. You won't encounter any ogres along the way, so you can ride along the river at ease. Next, take on the large hotspot in the middle. Run in briefly in the southeastern gate, discover the camp and then run out again. You see, the ogres don't even hit you, they don't do anything. On the way back to the river, mentally and morally prepare yourself for the fact that you still have to take the left hotspot. If your horse is low on HP, simply ride out far, dismount and saddle it again. This causes the horse's HP bar to jump back to 100%. Then, when you have discovered the last camp of the southern half, you ride out of the camp and back to the river. You are always safe on the river and can catch your breath there. Your next destination are the 3 northern hotspots. I already announced that you are going to discover the hotspots from left to right. North of the large camp is a passage. You now simply ride past the large camp on the right, ride through the passage, and after the passage you ride directly to the left. There are quite a few ogres within the passage, so you have to dodge them a bit, but that won't be much of a problem. Once you've passed the passage, you see the mentioned camp at the left. It is enough to simply run to the entrance to discover the camp. Let me ride north out of the camp for a very short time to catch my breath and get rid of the many ogres that are chasing me. Okay, I'm no longer being followed. I'm now riding southeast to the next hotspot. The hotspot has been discovered, right out again. Since my horse only has very little HP left, I dismount and get back on the horse again to bring the horse back to maximum HP. Now all you have to do is ride all the way east and capture the last hotspot there. There it happened, the last camp was discovered. Now just ride all the way north out of the Ogre camp. After leaving the camp, you now have two options. You want to go back to your city of origin. Either you now run through the Ogre camp and through the passage again. It's a bit daring and also a bit exciting, however, I prefer to ride counterclockwise around the mountains as it's more relaxing and less troublesome. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. If you attack opponents, remember that you deal much less damage due to the new preset. That means even that fat spider takes a lot longer until it drops dead. When you get back to town, rest at the campfire and unlock talent points. That's it for this episode. You've unlocked all 7 hotspots of the Ogre camp. As I mentioned at the beginning, you can of course also find a group to fight the ogres. You need 1 or 2 more players for this. This would have the advantage that you can collect gold and high-priced materials. The ogres also give a lot of knowledge points, but if you want to play alone, like I do, then you can ride through it quite relaxed. The ogres won't hurt you, they just want to play and usually they don't hit you at all. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this episode, please press the like button, and if you want to see more videos in future, subscribe to my channel. Until then, be well and take care.